What is up, everybody? That's here, and today I'm back on some more Pokemon VGC Reg I Wi-Fi battles. Today I'm bringing you guys a team that actually made Day 2 at NAIC that features some of our favorite mons on this channel. Things like Aggressive Sharpbeak Talonflame, things like Shadow Tag Foul Play Taunt Gothitelle with Helping Hand, and Spec Shadow Rider. It's been a little bit since I've used Shadow Rider, but like I said, this team made Day 2 at NAIC. I'm going to be leaving a link to the creator that actually created this team in the description if you guys want to check them out, and if you have any questions about the team, I'm sure they'll be able to answer them. So think about checking them out, and yeah, let's take a look at this team. I think this is actually really cool. Faint Talonflame with like Shadow Rider, bread and butter, goes together like so well, being able to break those wide guards and then just unlock the board with like Astral Barrage, just slamming that Ghost Terra double dip damage down. This is a super fun, hyper aggressive team that should be great for the close sheet ladder. Honestly, this team's probably better close sheet than it is in open sheet. So if you're looking to get to Master Ball, you're looking to get into like that top 1K rank, this is going to be a good team for you to get up there with. Taking a look at some of these EVs here, all this Poke Paste and this rental code is going to be in the description of this video as well. This is a Sharpbeak Talonflame with just a little bit of bulk in HP. We have Urshifu, 252 cruise control for cool. We have an Adamant set on this one, so we're doing max damage with that Stellar Terra as well. Very, very good being able to revenge KO things. We also have like Fast Goth. I think Fast Goth, like normally I only like to put about like 100-ish points on my Goth, but this Goth will always win the fake out trades. You can fake out Rillabooms and Sins at anything, and you're going to be able to fake out them before they can fake out you or your teammates. So you can leave this Goth next to almost anything and just dump truck people. I really like the taunt. This is the exact same Goth set that I like to use when I play as well. This is like perfectly made. Ogerpon is a little bit of redirection on this team, and I think it's really good into the current meta because like Kyogre's everywhere. So hopefully we fight a couple Kyogres today, right? But like that Water Absorb, a little bit of soft redirection, plus like a third mon that actually has a good Incin matchup. So you have like Zenta, Ursh, and Ogerpon, all things that just dump truck Incin so you can unlock your Shadow Rider's ability to sweep the game. I really, really like this. Zenta, another one. This is a standard Zenta, full speed, but defense boosting nature on heavy defense investment. So you just do mass damage with those body presses. And last but not least, the double dip Ghost Terra Spec Shadow Rider. One of my absolute favorite sets. Like I will say, I'm a degenerate Spec Shadow Rider enjoyer as well. This team's perfect for my playstyle. And if you guys like this sort of stuff and you want to see more, and you guys like the rental codes that I go and find and share with you guys, maybe you might want to think about dropping a sub on the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 50K before the end of the year. We're at 45,200 and some change. We'd love to have you along for the ride, and I like sharing these rentals that I think you guys will like, that I think are great for you guys climbing the ladder. And if you guys agree, think about dropping a sub. And without further ado, let's get right onto these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. Miraidon, Lunala, Ursa. Ugh. That's going to be hard to deal with. And Grim. Okay. I like Talonflame here. I think I'm going to actually open up Talonflame. I know that looks really weird. I think I'm going to go Talonflame, Cali, Ursh. I know that looks... Ursh is like a weird choice here, but we need to be able to break those screens. And it's really good into Lunala if they don't tear something else. And then I think you do bring Zenta here. I don't think you need Goth. Like, there's going to be a lot of pivoting that's happening, but I don't think we really need Goth in this matchup. The idea is going to be to heavily pin the Miraidon off the rip. That's the idea. And if they want to set up screens, they're going to take massive trades. And they can't go for Thunder Waves if we quick guard. Like, I think we have a lot of good options here if they want to play this, like, slightly defensive. And if they want to, like, pivot in something like Ursa, that's why we have both Zenta and Ursh. So it's not just up to, like, one of them to win the game, right? Because if you just pin the Zenta, well, then I don't really have a way to break the Ursa, right? So let's see what happens here. It's my first real game with the team, so oof, look at that. Do I just KO? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna win. Like, all I do is win, win, win. You're gonna go like what? Like wide guard something? Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. What do we see, baby? Are you gonna go Terra Lunala? Maybe. I think you just wide guard. I think you just wide guard and like Volt Switch or Electro Drift or something. Like, that's what I would do. And so since that's what I would do, bruh. Faint would break the wide guard hitting both. Let's see if they want to pivot out for Ursa and try and Trick Room. And if they do that, they have to be clicking like a Fairy Terra. And if I fainted that Lunala slot and I read the Fairy Terra, we would just win the game, right? But I think the more standard play is to expect wide guard with no Terra and then, something else. We could still see Terra Miraidon here too if they wanted to rip like a Gleam or something, but... yeah, let's see what happens. I think we got shots here. It is going to be Terra on something. Hopefully it's the Miraidon, right? That'd be really hilarious. I should have just fainted that, because that would have broke Shadow Shield, and then we just would have popped it. That being said, if they're still clicking wide guard, it will be popped It looks like the Miraidon is not just hard pivoting for Ursa, which is good. So Feint comes in, no wide guard. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that works. This is just really good damage. Miraidon's gonna go down. Turn 1. Easy peasy. And you can go for Trick Room. Oh, what? We crit the Miraidon and it didn't go down. It's AV Miraidon. Okay, AV Miraidon is a different beast altogether. Just a completely different monster. AV Miraidon, huh? And then Moongeist be my Shadow Rider or my Talonflame? Oh, I get to keep my Goodmon. That works for me. Alright, so we got Ursh and Zenta. I think we should bring in the Zenta here. And we force the Fairy Terra, so we just go for a Heavy Slam. Cool. That should get the... I mean, this will force something, but like I'm okay with this. Are you really gonna wide guard me, bro? Because I can just target down your... I think the right play would be something like... I think we have to respect Lunala. I don't think Miraidon just gets a KO here, though. Let's see. So... I could Heavy Slam and double target into the Miraidon slot, and if they wanted to Trick Room here... I'm gonna do that. If they Trick Room here and pivot in like Ursa, like they might win. But if they want to like try and wide guard, this is the right play. Nice. It just redirects the Heavy Slam if they try and get cheeky with Trick Room, but it keeps Miraidon honest if they did wide guard, which is why I liked it. Look at that damage. I'm at -1 too. Like, you know, that's like neutral. That's just how strong like Ghost Terra Shadow Rider is. That's nuts. This Heavy Slam's gonna finish this one off. No Trick Room. You can come with that Ursa, but like we have Urshifu and Zenta and your Terra's down. Like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I do not know about that one. So Shadow Rider's back at neutral. Zenta's ready to go. We got 2 restricteds. They got no restricteds. There's no Iron Hands on this team. We should be good to go. In Sin, don't care. Break the Riz, don't care. Ursa? Ursa would be more annoying here. Of course it is. Okay. Good news is we're going to be able to get Fake Outed and just deal with this. But, like, I'm trying to think. There's no reason not to protect here. Just because, like, I don't want to get Fake Out Headlong Rush crit. And, like, I might as well just pivot in Urshifu here. Like, doesn't really matter. Like, there's no reason for me to stay here, just throw Astrals when I can come in and, like, walk in, like, Pollen Puff or something weird that's, like, can actually hit them, but also, like, cap off my Sash or heal my Zenta in some weird situations. There's no reason just to throw it away. And if you want to make a read and, like, knock off or something, like, we're fine. So let's see if they, like, Headlong Rush, like, knock off or Headlong Rush Fake Out. Let's see what it actually is. Knock off. There it is. Hey, it's a good play. Works for me. Let's see if they were doubling to that saw, like gamers. See, they're trying to get the Zenta off the board. Nah. And so now we have the line. We just close combat. I think that Body Press will just KO the Ursa. Let me just think about this play. I think there's not a single thing wrong with, like... I'm trying to think of the ways that we lose this game. I think I Body Press here. I think that always KOs, and I will actually close combat here. And this is trying to play around... Oh, battles cancel. I was going to say, this is trying to play around, like, protect Ursa Luna that lives this close combat. That, like, maybe they crit my Zenta KO within Sin or something like that. Maybe they live that randomly, and then I just bring in Shadow Rider and close it out. So, pretty good game. You know, they led, like, really, really aggressive with double, like, bulky restricted, and we just folded them over like a chocolate sandwich cookie. Like, this team has such good spreads on a lot of these mons. Like, there's nothing wrong with just, like, full aggressive Shadow Rider. Same thing with the Talonflame. Like, the Feint was really good. It locked the wide guards out. It made it so they didn't even, like, ever think of wide guard as like a defensive option. I really like that, and yeah, we take those wins all the way to the bank. All right, Smeargle's a really hard matchup for this team, I think, just because like it's gonna make our Shadow Rider a lot harder to use. I think we want to win this one by actually having Shadow Rider in the back, but I don't know, man. I like using it. Let's see. They're gonna have big Fake Out potential. I'd like to be able to punish that correctly. It's going to be Sash, Smeargle, and probably like a Life Orb Shadow Rider with like Specs Miraidon, I'm thinking, with Booster Flutter. So I don't really think like Talonflame's a bad lead, but I think like a mid-game Talonflame could be really nice. I think we can just open up with Zenta here. I know that sounds really weird. I think Zenta's like a pretty decent opener. And then what about like these two. Just open up like that, and then close with Talonflame Calyrex. I wish we were using Gothitelle more. We're just not getting good matchups into it. Like, Shadow Rider is not a good matchup. Smeargle's not really a good matchup either, since we don't have safety goggles. Fluttermane's definitely not a good matchup, so I wish we were using Goth just a little bit more, but at the same time, like, I think Goth is a lot better into, like, standard, like, Miraidon, just because you have the fake out pin against the Miraidon if they want to go, like, Miraidon Whim stuff, and then you have, like, the helping hand if you want to get over them in those situations where they don't lead the Whims and they lead, like, a more, like, bulky partner or something like that, like an Iron Hands or a Friggraft. You can just helping hand and just pop things. But let's see what they want to do here. I think we have good lines. I think Talonflame in the mid game is going to be very good. I'm not afraid of, like, any sort of weird Trick Room. Like, they have Calyrex and Fluttermane, right? Those learn Trick Room, but that's not a thing. I think we're going to be okay here. And let's see what they want to lead. No Smeargle. Nah. I wonder if that Smeargle even has Spore, because it's on board with the Miraidon. Good news is both of our Mons do bully the Smeargle, right? Like, I can just run both my Mons into that Smeargle and be fine. I can also just drop a double protect, but then I'm at the mercy of Encore. I think I'm going to go I'm going to go Heavy Slam and Wicked Blow into the Smeargle. I want to see if I can force, like, a Fairy Tera on the Cali. And then there's something really wrong with me ever just, like, foddering some of my Mons and then bringing out Talonflame and just, like, pinning the Shadow Rider. Like, maybe, like, next turn if you don't KO the Ursh, I just go Sucker Punch, fodder, bring out Talonflame, Brave Bird, pin Shadow Rider, like, GG's. And then, you know, my Shadow Rider checks their Miraidon and we win. That's an idea. I gotta get the Smeargle off the board. Smeargle's definitely the threat. You can fake out either of these guys. You can fake out Zenta and go for an Astral. No one's saying that you can't. But right now, you're probably thinking you need to, like, follow me because, like, this Urshifu is staring your face down. There's the follow me. That's what we like to see. That's what I wanted to see. Let's see what the Shadow Rider has. Is it Life Orbed? Nasty plot. I don't particularly care about that. I do not care. It'd be nice if, like, I got a KO there. Don't get the KO. So we see Sash. It'd be nice though, like, let's see. If we have a good line with this Ursh here, I think we just Sucker Punch the Shadow Rider next turn. Maybe, like, Wide Guard Sucker Punch Shadow Rider. Or, like, let's see if it's Miraidon. I might just drop a double protect and see, like, what they want to do. Because this Urshifu is a big bully right now. It is. And if I can preserve one of these Mons to, like, help bully the other teammate, like, we're in a good spot. That being said, like, my Shadow Rider slaps them if we can force them into, like, a not normal terror or something weird. Like, I almost want to just make a read and just go for, like, a close combat into their Shadow Rider. That'd be so raw. Double redirection's definitely a thing. But now we have our Shadow Rider in the back. You're going to go follow me. Do I Wide Guard here? I'm actually going to double protect and see, like, what is going on. If your only way to do stuff is, like, Psyshock or Astral, like, that's it. And see how we're forcing their Terra here? What Terra do we think they're going to be going? Normal? Fairy? Grass. It's a good Terra choice. Okay. Sounds like a drop for Talonflame, right? It does, though, doesn't it? And we already saw their Sash down, so, like, honestly, like, Talonflame one-shots that thing if I can just break this Ogre Pawn, which I think that I can. He's going to be following, too, so yeah, I should be able to eat this. You better not be nasty wanting again, bro. Don't do that. Don't do me like that, baby. Baby, don't. Giga Drain. Woo! Okay. Giga Drain, Giga Pain. Know what I'm saying? All right, sets our Terra down. I think we can just go with, like, a straight... I mean, heavy, not Wide Guard, sorry. I think we can just Heavy Slam there and just run, like, a close combat into them. This will catch the Flutter if they wanted to pivot out for a Flutter for some weird reason. That's why we're Heavy Slamming and close combating. And close combat's more damage than Wicked Blow is. People don't really think that it is, but it is. And then also, Wicked Blow doesn't have a chance to do, like, a double crit versus, like, close combat can still crit. So it's always just more damage with Ursh to just, like, rip the close combat and stuff. If it's neutral, right? So let's see what they want to do here. Follow me is good. As long as we remove this thing, Talonflame should be able to check this Shadow Rider. He's like, ha, I will stop your Urshifu. And it's like, bro, we're sashed. Like, I don't know who told you that we weren't, but we definitely are. And so you ain't got no more redirectors, right? You got, like, a Fluttermane back there. And he is orbed. Good to see. I mean, we already knew it wasn't sashed, but dump it on. And then here we go. So we have a Sucker Punch if we want to throw it out. Trying to think of what we do next turn. Probably just, like, protect Sucker. Maybe even protect close combat to stop something, like, super random. lose the damage, and then just bring out Talonflame, and then maybe like go Tailwind, Heavy Slam, and then just close their Shadow Rider with our Shadow Rider. I mean, that's definitely an option. Oh, it's Miraidon, it's not Flutter. Awesome, that's great. Do we need Zenta for anything? Like, I'm trying to look at the board here. Does Zenta do us any favors? I think I will keep the Zenta around. I think I'm just gonna sucker, like, the Miraidon and put it within range for, like, a body press next turn. How much damage does that do to Miraidon? That's a good question, right? I'm going to save my Terra for my Shadow Rider. Double dip that Ghost. So the idea here is Sucker Punch the Miraidon, and then come out with Talonflame. We're going to condition Protect. Oh, Protect's on cooldown, that's just game. If you KO this Ursh, I just come with my Talonflame and just go. That's it. Surprised to see that. If you were trying to play around like Sucker Punch, you should have just nasty plotted again, bro. Good damage. Electro Drift. Urshi's like, ha! I made a read! And it's like, bro, you just lost the game. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah, let's see it. You gotta get a double protect. So let's see that double protect in action over here. And they lock into Electro Drift, which means I'm just gonna Terastallize here. So we have the big pin into their Shadow Rider. And we should be able to KO with Brave Bird. This is Sharp Beak boosted. So this should be a 2-shot. BB baby! He's like, what? Talonflame? Not against my Grass Terra Shadow Rider. No one told you to click that Grass Terra, bro. No one said you had to do it. The right play here for them is obviously double protect the Shadow Rider. But that's fine. That's okay. We probably don't even have to be Terastallizing our Zenta here, because, like, honestly, you have to go protect Shadow Rider, hit the Talonflame. So I guess this is a wasted Terra, but at the same time, we're just gaming. What are they doing here? Double protect Shadow Rider is the pin that I have you in, my friend. And then I guess if you get that pin and you win like a speed tie next turn, I could be in for a bad time, but we're cooking. I think Zenta's still in a great spot, because, like, honestly, I can just, like, oh, they didn't go for it. I was going to say, if they got the double protect and they KO'd the Talonflame, what I would do is something like Wide Guard Astral, because, like, the Miraidon, it's hard to say. Are they targeting Zenta? Did I make the right play by Terastallizing? No, they hit the Talonflame. That's still fine, we win. Like, they're eating a fat body press, and we have our Shadow Rider in the back that we saved for the perfect situations, what we like to see out here. Look at this. Show you who a real dragon type is. Oof! Big damage. And that's game. Cool. Yeah, Talonflame's pretty good. Like, I've said Talonflame's good for a long time, and those mid-game Talonflames are, like, especially lethal in some situations. So we're going to take these wins. Not that much they can really do about it. BP baby, Astro Barrage, that's what we like to see. And we take those wins all the way to the bank. He's thinking. He's putting on his thinking cap here. He's adjusting it. He's trying it every which way. But there's no way that you get out of this one, my friend. I don't think there's a way that you get out of this one. Smile with me. Wins up. Let's go in another game and keep the win streak alive. Brother, is that a Swampert? Are you using Weavile? Okay, what is this? With Miraidon and Chi-Yu. I mean, I honestly think we can lead Talonflame and just get over it. But at the same time, I think your board's, like, really susceptible to Goth. We're able to tell a lot about their set based off, like, how Goth would work here. What's the real problem with, like, Ogerpon Shadow Rider? I'm not necessarily seeing one. You don't have any Wide Guard. I just have Follow Me, like, just game. You know, you eventually KO, I bring out Talonflame, I win the game. And then, like, I think Zenta is good. You have a little bit of AoE. I like Zenta or Ursh here. Since you don't really have any Ghost types, I don't really need the Ursh to pin. So, I like that. Man, I want to use Goth more, but at the same time, like, I don't think I need it. I just need to respect Dialga, which is gonna be hard. Maybe I should have let Goth. Because, like, I don't want them leading, like, hands. Hey, I don't want to see hands Dialga, I think. But at the same time, I might be able to just pop a Dialga. Alright, I'm looking at it, right? If I go you're gonna fake out my Ogerpon, right? And so I'm gonna rip an Astral. And then I'm gonna follow me and rip a second Astral. And then like those are both your Trick Room sweepers. When you have a Swampert, like I don't care. Like I have a Zenta, right? That's really funny. Okay, well let's see how this one goes. They have a pretty cool team. I think like Hans Miraidon might be a good looking lead too. Definitely an acceptable one. But let's see. They have a lot of cool options at least. So let's see how they want to use it. Chi-Yu Iron Hands. Okay, cool. They have Snarls up. Big Snarls up. So one really cool thing about this board for me is I can just protect my Ogerpon, pivot out the Shadow Rider for Zenta, and then just have a good lock into that Chi-Yu. You're going to go fake out Snarl. I could eat the Snarl, I just don't think I need to right now. There's like no... I'm not required to do that. And if you want to rip a Heat Wave, well, you're just bad. Like, my Shadow Rider just would won the game. I would have one-shotted your hands thanks to the Chi-Yu damage shred. So it's like, you can't rip Heat Wave. Like, I KO your Chi-Yu, I KO your Iron Hands, like, everything gets folded in half. Like, if you do that, the Chi-Yu stays on board just long enough to give the damage shred to the Iron Hands from my Astral, and then it goes down to the Ivy Cudgel, right? So the fact they locked in like Chi-Yu first, it tells me that they're probably Scarfed. We're going to tell a little bit based off how they're playing it. I'm just playing a very passive turn with my Ogerpon. Not really wanting to eat a Fake Out right now. Fake Out plus Heat Wave would be bad. Fake Out plus Snarl's damage I don't need to be taking. So let's see what they want to do here. Especially if they want to rip like a weird like Wild Charge or something that's slow. I'm not dealing with that. We're just going to Spiky Shield. Elongate this effectiveness of, redirection and see what they want to do. Fake Out. There it is. See? Like, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And let's see if it's Snarl. Scarf Snarl, maybe, is what I'm expecting. Crazy, bro. It's almost like I play the game, dude. They should give Zenta Rusted Shield, like, give the defense boost and Justified. That'd be nuts. So, in this situation, I think you are most likely going to... You're probably going to try... Oh, it's Life Orb Chi-Yu. Okay. Incorrect choices were made, but, like, go nuts. Am I wrong? That's so weird. So I outspeed it with Zenta. That means the right play is something like Ivy Cudgel into it and Body Press. And if you want to flip a Ghost Terror, you still eat this fat Cudgel. That works for me. Like, easy. Life Orb Chi-Yu without speed control. Maybe it's like bulk, like full bulk. Maybe we should have heavy slammed it, but okay. I'd love to waste one of your Terrors on turn 2, buddy. I love that. He's like, I will keep this, and I will flip on my Ghost Terror, and I will click the Heat Wave, and it's like, okay, that's fine. Thank you for gaining Ghost typing, and then becoming dumpied on by my Shadow Rider because you don't have any speed control. Like, that'd be awesome. Appreciate you long time. Or you can just go down, and it redirects my Ogerpon right into this Iron Hands. Oh, we got a crit on the Body Press. You know the move I actually want to crit is this Ivy Cudgel. High crit move right here. This is Adamant Ogerpon. Not full attack, but a lot of damage here. Big bonk. It's good damage. Drain Punch. Yeah, it's fine. Absolutely acceptable. This is Ogerpon it's a pretty unique Ogerpon set. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily like a fan of it, but I get it. I think that like Ogerpon, since it does lower base HP, should have just more in HP than these respective defenses, but it's obviously here to live something. I just don't know what that something is yet. All right, so this is going to be a weird turn here where they're going to be getting up Trick Room. So I think that the play here is to actually just nuke the hands, because hands wouldn't be able to protect, and you make them bring up Miraidon, and that's it. You're going to Terra Dialga. Like, we know this. Go Bug Terra, I don't care. And then get the hands off the board, protect Ogerpon, fodder the Zenta, bring out the Shadow Rider, redirect a couple of attacks, and just rip the Astrals and win the game. Oh, is this Miraidon? He's trying to save it. He knows what I'm doing. I'm telling to take out Miraidon. Like, it works for me. Miraidon, you know we call these Miraidon. No, I'm saying out here. So let's see it. Is that Electric Seeds? Oh, no. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, at least they're Terra. At least they're respectful. Are they going to go Ghost or Bug or Fairy? Which one is it? Bug. That's the one I like to go to. Okay. Shadow Rider, if I can connect with that... Oh, so by the way, I'm about to pop that thing with the Talonflame now. Big damage. Oof, not that big enough, though. It's going to put this guy within range for Astral. I vibe with that. That was a crit. There's my crit Ivy Cudgel. There's the TR. So you have a lot of really cool options. I think that I just let you do stuff to Zenta. Like, I do not care about it. You don't have Spiky Shield, so you're probably going to make a read that, like, huh, he's getting Spiky Shield, so I'm going to go after this Zenta. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. Do I want to do damage to the Dialga? I think I need to stick some damage into Dialga. Now, this doesn't do, like, anything. But I don't need anything into Miraidon. Yeah, that's fine. I don't... Like, the Miraidon actually just sits there and gets messed up by, like, an Astral. Like, I don't want to open up a spot for hands. Like, that's not what I want. I want damage on the Dialga to make sure. Dragon Pulse, not letting you have it. No, thank you. No TY, I need my redirection, please. Parabolic Charge. Works for me, he's Telepathy, right? Maybe I should have hit it. He's going to get a decent heal here. Yeah, the Dialga was on the Dragon Pulse. I thought it was Miraidon did it for a sec. Oof! And we don't lose Zenta. That's so bad. Alright. Okay. That's good damage. Probably putting it within range for some stuff. I think we actually have to, like... This is such a hard sell here. I'm going to wide guard. I think they might Parabolic Charge again. I don't want to let that happen. It sucks. I might lose my Ogerpon this turn. I should have seen that coming based off like the telepathy, like potential, you know, the electric seeds. Like it looked like it was. I should have seen that Parabolic Charge coming. I think everyone in chat did, I'm sure. So let's see. They have hands. They're waiting on turns on their TR. Like Talonflame does come out here and just dump either Dialga. I love this play for me. This is just gonna catch the hands on their pivot. Love this. So like the Parabolic Charge, not gonna be doing it as much. I mean, they're gonna get to hit their hands, right? If they make that connection. If I don't crit the heck out of it first, bro. Let's go wide guard. Please don't hit me with that move. Big cudgel. Donk. Bonk. Underspeeding the Miraidon, very important too. DP, they make a read. Awesome. I'm super okay with this. Like, honestly, it doesn't look like I'd be fine with this, but I am fine with this. I think that we just bring out Talonflame. I know that looks really weird, but you have Fake Out up. Okay. Turns on TR are dose. So if I were just to Spiky Shield here and go for, no, I like the play that I'm gonna make a little bit better. I'm just trying to think, how do we elongate guaranteed stuff on the board? I can go Cudgel and Quick Guard. And that's just lets me eventually get Shadow Rider on the board, but I'm gonna lose my Talonflame if I do all that. Don't like this. Don't like this play. Fake Out. Oh, Quick Guard doesn't work because like I'm an idiot because I'm slower than them. It didn't matter what I did then. I could have fainted, I guess, but that's fine. Hands goes down. That works. Yeah, why did I do that? Yeah, I forgot the seeds were flipped. They're both +3 priority. They have a slower base speed than me in TR. That works. Now the good news about this is I still think I win because we still have our Shadow Rider on the back. And they're going to be able to Parabolic Charge, but Dialga doesn't have any AoE. And Dialga's slower, right? So I think that we're going to be able to correctly get this off. The right play is actually probably Terrastalize our Ogerpon. I know that sounds weird. But Dialga could rip a Draco into my Ogerpon and pick up a KO on it. And I don't want that to happen. Shadow Rider can't protect, so I have to, like, they're going to be probably targeting Shadow Rider with this stuff. So we're going to go Terra here, follow me, and just go for 2 Astrals, because this is the last turn of TR. I think that's the best line that I have. Yep. So this gives me a +1 Spadef boost. And if they want to go for Parabolic Charge and stuff like that, you won't KO Shadow Rider. You'll be able to finish off Ogerpon, but I don't think there's a world where that Miraidon eats, like, 2 Specs Astrals. Even with all the healing in the world, right? I think that that's going to be enough to take it out. So follow me here to stop Draco or Dragon Pulse or whatever have you. Just don't crit me, bro. DP, again, I just want to not die. Getting that +1 Spadef boost. See, like right there, that's super important. He's Calm Minding here to outvalue. That ain't going to be it. I got 2 Astrals staring you down, Chief. Really like that we got to keep our Ogerpon there. Big damage. Dialga stays alive just barely. Alright, so let's think about what we're doing here. You have the Parabolic Charge. You have everything. I'm just going to Spiky Shield for 1 turn to make it so it's AoE as long as possible. We're going to stick this Astral, finish off the Dialga, get the +1, not lose. Ooh, I don't think they're going to rip a Draco into me because, like, they see follow me. They're just going to Parabolic Charge. But let's see. I don't even think, like, +1... I don't even think that Miraidon carries Draco. It's probably just Dragon Pulse. And I don't think +1 non-hand-drawn engine, like, bulky Miraidon can even KO Shadow Rider with this. He's just going to Parabolic Charge and try and trade out. And we should be good here. I'd be afraid to eat that Draco, though. I'm not going to lie. What if he has, like, Snarl or something? I'm like, no! Spiky Shield's good. Yeah, I wish I got that KO on Dialga last turn because it would make this one already +1 and single target. So, like, if I were to have Terastallized my Shadow Rider at the end of last turn, I definitely would have won this turn. But let's see what they want to do. Dialga goes down, +1. This is your one shot. Honestly, like, you do outspeed my Ogerpon. So if you rip a Draco and, like, pop me off, like, I lose. Parabolic Charge ain't it, though. Nope. I wonder what the set is. So Protect, Calm Mind, Parabolic Charge. It's probably just Dragon Pulse. Like, that's a decent chunk of damage, but it's nowhere near enough. Single target +1. Like, we got these all the way to the bank. Might as well just attack here. And that's going to be game. You can protect a, like, PP Stala Astrals, but we got this. Cool. So, pretty good game. Kind of weird team. That Chi with the Life Orb. Like, bro, where was your Scarf? This is all non-Scarf Chi-Yu's fault, in my opinion. But we take these wins. Dialga is such a good mon. I think, like, Dialga and Palkia are super slept on in terms of, like, restricteds in Reg I. But, you know, there's fun and creative ways to use them. And this was one of them. So, we're going to play one more game after this one. And I want to use Gothitelle. Let me use Gothitelle. Let's try and use That team's, like, super obnoxious. Like, Goth almost works here. I think we actually need to make some weird reads. I think we need to read Talonflame and Cali. I know that looks, like, really weird on paper. Do I want Goth here? The Entity is actually a little bit weird. It's giving me, like, really weird options. I bet you that's a Trick Room team. I bet you it is. Like, with Slow Ogre and, like, bulky Slow Ursh and stuff like that. And then the Roaring Moon and the Kyogre are, like, bait. So we're going to go those. I'm going to bring the Ogerpon because it is Kyogre, right? I don't think we bring Ursh here. I think that Goth actually might be better. But let's just bring Wide Guard potential. They're probably going to mess us up. This team is, like, really hard to beat. We're at, like, top 1k ladder. And I don't think we're going to be able to get this. What I'm going to try and do here is go for, like, a Tailwind, just pick off their Roaring Moon with, like, a Pollen Puff turn 1. I wonder if they're going to let me get away with that. I think they're probably going to go weird Smeargle stuff. So, like, if they want to lead Smeargle and pop a Wide Guard turn 1, I can go Feint Astral and just pick up a KO on their Shadow Rider and then Brave Bird their Smeargle, and that's great. So there are options. Like, they don't want to fight me either, but at the same time, like, the ball's definitely in their court in this situation. So let's see. Yeah, let's just play this standard. Gotta win a speed tie. At least one. That's probably Sash Shadow Rider too. This is not good for our hero. But we're doing our best. So we're gonna Feint and go for Astral. And hopefully win a speed tie. What if it's like Specs Shadow Rider? Dude, I'll be so sad. Alright, they could also just flip on a Terra. Normal Terra, Fairy Terra, any Terra other than something weak to Astral. They have a lot of options here. Wide Guard seems pretty nice, though, for them. Works for me. Free damage? Heck yeah, it's just Roaring Moon. Kyogre. Bro, I will absolutely Astral Barrage a Kyogre. Feint, alright. So he's Sporing. Spore, good play. Astral Barrage on this Ogre, good play. So we know they have these two plus Shadow Rider. I wonder what the last mon is. Who are you Sporing to? That's another really good question. My Shadow Rider? Cool. I'm actually just going to sit here, I think. No. Do I want to do that? Attack boost. Special attack drop. Okay. I could just pop this. I could pop that guy over there. I think I'm just going to YOLO Tailwind and just pivot in Ogerpon. And just kind of chill. I'm going to fodder the Ogre, and then we're going to be able to bring out, like, Zenta and have, like, Wide Guard, and then, like, we'll be able to pin both these with Ogerpon. And now Ogerpon actually leverages its advantage versus their Shadow Rider. That's the idea here. And if you want to Origin Pulse, that move can miss. If you want to Calm Mind, like, be my guest, I can't stop you. I think Tailwind is the key here. They're probably like, ugh, that Tailwind's so annoying. And especially if they miss here, that's going to be so good for me. Because now another thing that we can also do is send out our Shadow Rider if we wanted to and start like actively, you know, wasting these turns. I think I will do that. Because you got to start doing damage to the Shadow Rider. You got to start hitting me. You didn't show Spout, right? I mean, you're already weakened. You probably have it, but it's not going to work. Doesn't matter what we want to lock into here because we're not going to wake up. We have to be asleep this turn. I'm going to respect Smeargle. I can fish for like a one-turn sleep because like I don't think the Ogre's going to Oko us. And at the same time, I think that, you know, let's see what he wants to do. Opal shouldn't KO unless they have like a damage modifier there and they have to high roll it to KO the Shadow Rider. Like we have good stats. Like even though it's a sweeper, we have good shots here. So there's Ivy Cudgel. Origin Pulse can miss. Definitely can miss. Never lucky. Yep, that's still alive, so we can actually wake up this turn. Okay. Who's coming in? I'm gonna rip it. Da 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 da. I'm gonna rip this. Let's see. I was just born to be a gamer, you know? One turn sleep? Nah, fam, that ain't me. Come on. You're scared. I know you're quaking. Let's see if this is Sash Shadow Rider too, because we're respecting. Okay, I could have just popped the Ogre with a Pulse here. Oh my gosh, they're actually Ghost. Nutty. Okay, I mean, we're cooking. Ah, dude, we had that game won that turn. Oh my gosh. Never lucky, bro. Oof. Whoa, he just ate it. Maybe they're orbed? I wonder if he's using Opals again. Please be orbed? Orb, orb. Oh my gosh, I died! You're spexed, right? That's so spexed, bro. Oh my gosh, right? I don't think we just get KO'd by Orb Shadow Rider. That is ridiculous. I can't believe we didn't get that one turn sleep. Ice Beam, they made the right play. Okay. Is it weird that I still think we can win? Okay. Last turn Tailwind. If they let the Shadow Rider stay in and die, like, we actually have shots. Because, like, Ogre can miss O-Pulses till the cows come home, honestly. I don't care. Oh, man. All right. Yeah. Cool. You can miss every O-Pulse the world has ever seen. And, like, next turn I can just body press you and just take you out. Depending on what this last mon is that you have. Yeah, Iceman. I'm not Terra. I'm not going to do that. Cool. Rain is now stopped. O-Pulses are also weaker. Let's see if this last mon's something that can check a Zenta? Must be. Hershey Water. Yeah. That KOs, I think. And we're going to see if it's Scarf Ursh. I don't know why they didn't just pivot out. You know, come back in, walk in like Shadow Ball or something, you know? They're obviously specs on that Shadow Rider. Awesome. Oh, it's game. We win. As long as it's KO's Kyogre, we win. Yep. I should have just close combated there, I think, too. Because that could also crit through my defense boost, and it's not super resisted by this. BP, baby! Oof! Oh, yes! Oh! Oh, man, we didn't throw in the towel on this one. We stuck it out. Forced them to make those misplays. Forced them to close us out. All right, we should be able to win here, though. BP should be a 2-shot at least. And they should need a lot more. I don't know if they got, like, I don't know what their set is, but they have to be scarfed to be faster than our Zenta. So we take those wins all the way to the bank, guys. Think about trying out this team. It's really, really cool. The rental code's in the description. The Poke Pace for everything you guys need to know to play this team is also in the description. This is a really, really cool team. It's fun to play. It made day 2 at NAIC. And if you're looking for something like really, really hyper aggressive with like Talonflame Shadow Rider, with like a little bit of hints of like redirection from things like Ogerpon Cali, Ogerpon Goth, and stuff like that, I think this is a fun team, and it'll actually get you to Master Ball. It'll get you pretty high on the ladder, and it's fun to play. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. I just want to say I appreciate it. I don't take enough time to thank the people that get all the way to the end of the video. So if you guys got all the way here, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. You guys are the people keeping the lights on here. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. See you guys next time.